Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Untitled Projects. Great to have you here. Thanks for clicking. Always appreciated. So, today we're just taking a short flight across the Welsh borders in some beautiful low cloud, slightly sketchy weather. Pretty cold, I think, as well. And I've been looking at mods, a lot of mods. I mean, I've always got a lot of mods, so many mods that sometimes it takes an age for my flight simulator to actually load up. Better after the update recently, but still takes a while. But the mods I'm really into are the ones that make Microsoft Flight Simulator more realistic, more immersive. And they can range from anything to more realistic airports, more realistic vehicles, mapping systems, all sorts of different things. But we're going to look at one in particular today, which is to do with ATC and radio chatter. And we all know that our radio chatter in Microsoft Flight Simulator is relatively one-dimensional, but that's fine. I get it. You know, it's hard to do because it is real. You know, so I can tune to Manchester and contact Manchester Centre, and I'll get a pretty standard voice. Sounds like a computer. That's because it is a computer. It's generated with an American accent, I think. But that's all we have. That's all we have so far. But there's something about real radio chatter which, you know, really immerses you into this. So when you're doing a long flight, you want to hear what's going on, even if it isn't totally true to life. So I've downloaded a little mod called FS2020 Chatter, and this is from Stick and Rudder Studios, and it's about a week old or so. See, look, they just don't stop talking. It's about a week old or so. And it really does add that certain, a particular level of authenticity to when you're really flying. And I'll turn it on now. It's pretty easy to do. So it's a program in its own right that runs in the background. Here it is here. And there are two versions. There is your free version, which is a demo, which has, I think, 400 or so clips, real ATC, real chatter clips between pilots and towers, and pilots from the US. So you get 400 of those, but that means if you're flying in the UK or if you're flying in Africa or Europe or wherever it is, you're going to get American accents. But you can buy a full pack, and it is relatively pricey. It's $15, $18 in the UK, which amounts to, I think, about £14 here or so. £14.70, I think. But I played around with the demo version for a while, and it's great. But then when you start flying to different parts of the world, especially when I'm flying in the UK to places that I know, that I want to see from the air, I want that English accent. So this is pretty easy to use. So this will run in the background like it is now. You'll be able to click on whatever you want to, Europe or Canada or America, wherever you are, and then you can find your nearest facility. And it'll pop up, and you can choose from ATIS, clearance, ground, tower, departure, center, approach, and Unicom. So any of those, I just tend to keep them all clicked on because it makes it more realistic, more immersive for me. And it thinks I'm in London, but I'm not, so I'm going to clear, and I'm going to say all. So, let's go Welsh Pool. And there it is. And it even has those really dodgy radio frequencies where you've got lots of static and all sorts of things going on in the background. You can take the volume down a little bit, so it does try and keep the volume down, but you can now get rid of this, reduce it, and you can just fly like you were normally flying. So that's all pretty immersive. Look how beautiful this is, actually. God, the weather is amazing in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it's just lovely to fly, isn't it? So having that radio chatter in the background just adds an extra level. Now, it does overlap when you're talking to the ATC. If you do that, if you initiate that ATC conversation between towers, it does go over the top, and that they haven't figured that out quite yet, but I think that will be in an update. This is 1.0 at the moment, so It's the very first one they've got. They are real clips from real radio conversations on real frequencies as well. So it's very realistic. I'm going to see... There we go, that's an English accent. So I'm going to pop over to a few other countries and see how this changes. But let's just listen to this radio chatter for a little bit. Let's go to Shawbury Tower. So yeah, pretty interesting. Some amazing collection of clips that someone's put together, painstakingly, I can imagine. Yeah, it's really, really good. So that's your destination tower. But you can add any of these other types of controller types. All right, we're in Canada now, near Quebec, I think. Let's have a look at our map. Quebec. Looking good, about the same height. Similar weather, actually, at the same time. Very nice. So I've now turned on the Canadian ATC, and I've got Canadian accents.
Midland traffic, Hotel Lima November, inactive flight about to join, cross midfield to join left downwind.
With that real static in the background. Another beautiful day in Canada.
Midland traffic, South Mike Tango is turning left base to 34, have to go.
Right, now we're over Japan, Osaka, and let's have a listen, see if anything's changed. And yeah, different voices. This is super impressive. One more. Let's head off to... Let's have a look, see what we've got here. Let's head off to... Ooh. Maybe Australia. See if we get an Australian accent. Alright, we're in Australia. Just to the north of Melbourne. And let's see what the ATC chatter sounds like here. Should get that very distinct Australian accent. Yeah, I think that's a pretty distinct Australian accent there. So, yeah, what can I say? This is a really nice little immersive mod. And like I said, it is free for 400 US voices. So yeah, that's pretty distinct. There's definitely an Australian accent there, which is great. I mean, it's all very immersive, very realistic. Let's, for our final trip, let's pop off to the US. All right, final place. We're over Nashville, Tennessee. Really lovely weather everywhere in the entire world today. So this is great. So let's listen to that ATC and see if we've got that classic American accent coming through.
Traffic 23, Papa 5 to the northwest, we'll make right traffic 17, full stop. Traffic, search 512, Charlie Papa, attach runway 17.
Great. So it's a great little mod, very immersive. It is expensive, but you do get 27,000 unique clips of real ATC chatter. So if you like that kind of thing, go for it. Other than that, thanks for stopping by. And I'm sure that this will continually get updated with more and more voices. I think there is also something in the pipeline for Microsoft Flight Simulator for something that is actually much more immersive.
Traffic 38, Papa right downwind 17, full stop.
Got to watch out for that traffic eventually. But for the time being, this is a really great little mod and really does add an extra level of realism. So get it if you're into it. Otherwise, you can stick with your regular ATC. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. Definitely click that subscribe if you want to see more of this content. Otherwise, have a great day.